With Halloween now past, the holiday season is officially upon us. If you celebrate Christmas or any other holiday around the end of the year, it's time to start thinking about gift giving. As I've gotten older, I've grown to appreciate gifts that are useful. I appreciate a fun gift too, but the best gift is one that continues to give after the holiday is over. Apparently, this season we can expect delays with the Postal Service thanks to the holiday season, so it's best to order gifts in advance. And with apparent shortages as well, you'll probably want to figure out which gifts you can actually get before it's too late. So that's why I've assembled a list of 10 gift ideas for under $25, some tech related, some otherwise, to get you started on your shopping early. Number one on the list is great for almost anyone who loves movies, TV, video games, books, anything like that. Funko Pops are small vinyl dolls with big heads who take on the form of nearly any character you can think of. Some versions of characters are no longer being produced, which makes them harder to find and more expensive, but there are lots of really affordable, awesome characters available for only $11 each. My favorites include the This Is Fine dog from the This Is Fine meme, John Wick with his dog, and Kevin from The Office with his chili. Check the links below for all the gifts I'll talk about in this video, where you can also check out Amazon for exclusive models of Funko Pops. Don't tell him yet, but I've got my dad one of these. He's really gotten into The Walking Dead lately, so I'm gonna get him one of these, see if I can find one of Rick Grimes or Glenn, so. Lips sealed. Everyone needs their phone charged, and this next gift can actually help with that. I like finding new ways to use sustainable energy, and when I can use it to charge my phone, I like it even more. This solar-powered power bank is a good solution for keeping your devices going while you're on the go. I actually bought this because sometimes my car charger works sporadically, the USB plug I have in my car. I'm a little skeptical of how the solar panel function actually works in this model, since the product documentation recommends plugging it into a wall to charge it initially. But if you can see, I'm not plugging it in and it's charging right now. You can see it's doing something. So if you don't plug it into a wall, you probably can get a little power out of it using the sun. Also built into it are a compass and flashlight, making it the ultimate survival tool. If you don't trust this model, there's a company called Anker you've probably heard of that make really reliable portable chargers, and I've grown to trust them for charging peripherals. The model that's on your screen now has inputs for USB-C and micro USB charging and has a capacity of up to 10,000 milliamp hours. It's also slim, which makes it great for storing in a pocket or backpack if you're a student or on the go a lot. Just for reference, that should give you a little bit more than 2 charges on your phone. AirPods are super popular and make up about 60% of the global wireless headphone market. I wear mine nearly all the time, even at work, but I was disappointed when I went searching for cases to keep them clean and safe. The options seem to consist mainly of cheap, thin silicone cases that don't offer much more than a recolor of your AirPods case. And on the other end of the spectrum are bulky, quirky hunks of plastic that turn your AirPods into some kind of food or animal. You'll see what I mean on the screen. I was happy to find this low-key, sturdy option by a brand called Spigen? It's black and comes with mock carbon fiber styling. It is made of plastic, but the plastic has a nice smooth feel and is pretty thick as well. I've dropped my AirPods from precarious heights before, and these have remained unscathed. It does come with a little plastic loop that you can attach a carabiner to, but I just tossed the carabiner as soon as I got it because I knew I was not going to use that. That's a little bit more annoying to have that now that I don't use it, but it's not a big deal. There's a different model of these called like the Urban model or something that has a canvas styling instead of this black plastic. It's a little bit more expensive, but if you want something that's a little bit more premium looking, there you go. This is a great gift for anyone you know who is a big fan of their AirPods. I know my family is. It's a great way to keep them safe, as well as give them a slightly cleaner look. I've got one camera related suggestion for our gift list. And this is actually one that I've been using for a really long time. This is a camera strap by Peak Design It's a company that makes, I think they make tripods as well, but they mainly make like camera peripherals for carrying your camera easier. The really key thing that they have is this little dangly bit is a magnet, and it clips into the strap like so. And so now what you do is loop this little guy onto your camera. There's hooks on the side of your camera to loop it on. And that allows you to slide in and out of this camera strap really easily. I like it way better than an actual camera shoulder strap because it's way less bulky, and the strap here allows you to adjust for your hand size really easily. What I usually do is I clip it on like this and I slide my hand in like that, and then you can cinch it up so that it's not going anywhere once it's on your hand. I can't use my camera because it's recording, but you slap this on and now your fingers are free to use the camera, and then you can drop the strap whenever you need to. Staying in the vein of cases, I also found it a bit annoying when I was shopping through Amazon's selection of iPhone cases. I don't want to, like my AirPods, I don't want to transform my device into a oversized chicken or an ice cream cone. I just want a visually simple option that keeps my phone safe. And after some searching, I found this case by NTG for my iPhone XR. I also found it available for other later models available at a similar price point. At just $17, it won't break the bank, and it actually feels quite similar to the Spigen case that we just talked about. I like that it's thick. It has a layer of both soft and hard plastic, and it creates bumpers for the screen if it were to fall flat on its face. One problem with the build quality I have is the back of the case. The hard plastic is pretty slick. It will slide across surfaces and even on fabric if you set it on your leg. You can kind of see that there. I don't find it to be a problem, but nonetheless it's worth noting. If you're shopping for someone who isn't into tech, I've got a couple ideas for them as well. I have recently made the decision to replace my plastic razor with a safety razor. It sounds intimidating, but they are actually quite easy to use and are much more environmentally friendly than disposable razors. Additionally, once you're past the initial investment of buying the razor and any additional equipment, the upkeep costs are extremely low. If you want to skip shaving cream as well, you can buy a shaving mug and a brush to make your own lather. Shaving cream isn't expensive, but soap is much cheaper, which is what you use to make a lather in a bowl like this. It's just a little circular disc of soap, and it doesn't require aerosol and disposable cans when you do it. I got this razor from Goodline Grooming Company at CVS, and for a shaving mug, I went for one by Parker Shaving Company, and my shaving brush is made in Italy by a brand named Proraso. If you're shopping for someone who shaves or is environmentally conscious or likes to save money, these are great ways to check all three of those boxes. I can say that I've only used it to shave my face, so if you're shaving your legs or anything else, you might want to stick with a plastic razor. A great way to increase the capability of your TV is through the use of sticks, whether it's Amazon, Google, or Roku. The Amazon Fire Stick is right now only $25, and it gives you access to dozens of streaming apps on your TV, including free channels like PBS and some content from cable channels like NBC, ABC, CBS, and Fox. Netflix and Hulu subscriptions can also be accessed through the Fire Stick, and it comes with an Alexa voice remote to provide you with multimedia voice controls. If you haven't upgraded to a smart TV, you still have a dumb TV that doesn't have access to apps like Netflix, Hulu, or Amazon Video, then buying one of these sticks is a great way to upgrade your TV without buying a whole new one. Granted, you will have to factor in the cost of subscriptions, but most people are already subscribed to these days. The next gift idea is not the most exciting on the list, but it can provide a big improvement in the quality of your gaming. DisplayPort and HDMI are two different ways of delivering video to your monitor, and they are pretty similar. However, DisplayPort does have some slight advantages when it comes to gaming specifically. For instance, DisplayPort supports both NVIDIA G-Sync and AMD FreeSync. Those are both the main brands of GPU, if you're not aware. Whereas HDMI does not always support G-Sync, depending on your version. DisplayPort will also have clips on it some of the time to prevent connections from falling loose. However, just be careful that certain generations of different devices support different generations of DisplayPort. So you'll have to see what your monitors are capable of and what your computer is capable of and make your decision that way on what cable is right for you. However, if you're ready to join the superior class of cable, these DisplayPort cables by Cable Matters are certified by the VESA DisplayPort standard. So you're getting what you pay for in a good way. You're certified, so you'll be getting a properly capable DisplayPort cable. If you've already gotten Amazon Alexa, and many people do these days, one way to increase its capabilities is with one of these handy smart plugs. Amazon was recently running a promo selling these for $1 each, so I had to pick one up. The usage is a little niche, but when you need it, it's really helpful. So for instance, we had a slow cooker recipe that needed to start towards the middle of the afternoon when no one was home. And since this was plugged into the wall and we plugged the slow cooker into this, we could connect it to the plug and activate it remotely through the Alexa app. You can also connect it to a lamp in your room and use Alexa to turn it off and on hands-free, which is pretty cool. It's like the modern version of the clapper lights. Anything you can do with a wall switch, you can do with your voice using this plug. I'm happy because I got mine for $1, but normally these retail for $25. Makes them a bit pricey, but you can probably think of some creative ways to use these in your home. If you don't have an Amazon Alexa, right now you're in luck. The Echo Dot Gen 3 is right now marked down to $25, where it's normally $40. I've mainly used a Dot for playing music and answering basic questions before, but the question and answer feature is not exactly reliable. In combination with one of these, you could get it to turn off lights. You need to have Alexa hear you when you say turn off the lights, so you'll need one of these in the room with your Alexa Dot. Right now, you can also get a bundle with a Sangled Bluetooth color bulb, which is pretty cool. These normally retail for around $13, so having them in a bundle adds some extra value. The 4th gen Echo Dots are down to $60 from $100, which is more expensive, but they're supposed to offer better sound quality. You can also synchronize music using the Gen 4 Echo devices in different rooms. In my opinion, this doesn't really justify the price. That's more than double of the previous generation, so I'm sticking with the Gen 3. One last suggestion that's maybe a little boring, but is good for everyday use, is these Renewable Batteries by Panasonic. They're called Eneloops, and they offer a surprising amount of power and reusability for being reusable batteries. They are a little bit on the pricier side depending on what charger bundle you choose to go for, because some of them are rechargeable via USB-A, which is nice. I would like to have that for use with like a power pack, something like the solar power one we mentioned earlier. I use these a lot with film equipment, especially my audio equipment, because they require the use of AA batteries and I don't want to spend my life savings going through AA batteries. These are good options for replacing them. I am thinking about switching to the Eneloop Pros, which are a little bit shorter in lifespan, but can deliver more voltage at once, which I think my camera equipment really needs. But these would be really good for use with things like TV remotes, or if you have a kid, you can use them with toys, because once they're done, you don't have to throw them away, and you can stock up on a lot of batteries and only get a couple chargers, just recharge them as you need. One thing you might want to do is get a couple of bins to organize them for charged and not charged. I find it's really hard to remember which ones are charged with regular batteries too, but it's especially helpful when you have rechargeable ones. On to the next gift. The last gift on this list is actually slightly more than $25, but I'm hoping you'll forgive me after those previous quality suggestions. I've used different wireless mice with my laptop, but my favorite by far is this one, the Logitech M535. Coming in at $30, it's actually on the expensive side for a mouse of its capabilities. The biggest selling point for me is that it's Bluetooth. Many laptops are not giving us as many USB ports as they once did, so it's hard to justify using a port just for a mouse. While it will require Bluetooth connectivity on the device you use it with, a Bluetooth device is a really handy way to get a wireless mouse without needing to plug in a dongle. Logitech, who makes this mouse, is a really reliable company when it comes to peripherals, especially keyboards and mice, and the M535 is no exception. The switches are tactile, you can hear that, and the plastic is nicely textured and provides a decent amount of grip. It is a bit small for my size, but I actually prefer that because I'm often using this on the go, so it fits nicely in a bag or a pocket. Thanks so much for watching all the way to the end of this video. I hope you found the content useful. A special shout out to my most recent subscriber, Blalone00. Thank you. Join Blalone in subscribing and hit the bell to get notifications whenever videos like these go live in the future. Don't be afraid to let me know what you thought of the video in the comment section below. I do my best to respond to every comment, and I take your feedback into account when I make these videos, so let me know. If you're interested in checking out the products I mentioned in this video, there will be links in the description below you can use to look them up. By clicking those links to make the purchase of the product or any other product you may need on Amazon, you're helping support the channel by generating a small commission, which doesn't cost you anything additional, while netting you some cool gear and providing a commission to support the channel. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you in the next video.